Okay, we have been moving more and more into a kind of self-reflective mode. We're looking at what it is that we're doing, how it is that we're relating to each other, but we're also then reflecting on how it is that we relate to each other. We're talking about how we talk. It's very important for a group of folks to be able to do that, or for any complex adaptive system to be able to self-reflect. In fact, it is that capacity for self-reflection that allows us to be adaptive. I can't change what I'm doing in my life unless I'm paying attention to what I'm doing in my life. So we, as a group, as we pay attention to how it is that we form ourselves, we're paying more and more attention to that. One of the things that we're paying attention to is how is it that we respond to each other? What is the necessity, the reason for, and the process by which we say, oh, here's how you're impacting me. And we've looked at the question of how do we do that in such a way that we create safety for ourselves and for each other, for the group. Safety is an important part of how we are with each other on this pilgrimage, on this road together. So how do we be safe and at the same time deepen into our relationships with each other? So towards the end of our meeting last Sunday, Jane suggested a process, a kind of ritual by which we can safely give each other feedback. And Chris had some questions about that. And so one of the things that we're going to do as we begin this coming Sunday is we're going to look at what is Jane talking about? What would that look like? Right? It is around the question of how it is that we respond to each other. And simply, it's a matter of how do I create in my relationship with you a sense of trust and safety such that I can say, and here's how I feel when you do what you do. Or, what is my response to you? We want to be able to know how we're impacting each other, but we don't want to damage the relationship as we do that. So we're going to be exploring what are some rituals. Rituals are things we do over and over again. I have a ritual about the way that I brew my coffee and about the way that I brush my teeth and about how it is that I button my shirt. There's certain things that I do over and over again because I've discovered these are things that lead to a dependable result. You know what they say about people who do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? That's crazy. But doing the same thing over and over again because it leads to a dependable result, that's just a kind of ritual. We have our personal rituals, but we also have collective rituals. We do things together. That's a part of what we do in opening a meeting. It's what we do when we inaugurate presidents. It's what we do when there's various things that we do the same way over and over again because they build a kind of trust in the institution and they produce a reliable result. So we're beginning to look here at what are our own rituals. How do we perform what we do? One of our rituals is using the talking piece. And that seems to be working for us, except there's some things that it stops us from doing. So how can we adjust what we do in such a way that we can trust the process and create what we need? So we're continuing on that part of the journey. I hope you can join us Sunday evening.